watching The High Road with me, Keith Warren.
This country is just breathtakingly gorgeous. Hey everybody, I'm Keith Warren, and this week The High Road brings you down to Old Mexico in search of gigantic desert mule deer.
Timber Creek Outdoors presents The High Road with Keith Warren.
First off, I'm grateful to be an American, to live in a country that still has country like this.
Oh my gosh, that was unreal. I can't get over it.
We just flew in from Phoenix, and I am with Dick Kane, and Dick is a friend of mine, a rancher from Texas, and we're down here. We look a lot alike, right? We look a lot alike. Anyway, we're down here to go mule deer hunting. We've flown into Hermosillo, Mexico, and we've got about an hour drive to the El Chaparral Ranch. I was here last year, and it was unbelievable. All right, it's a little over an hour's drive to where we've got to go. And we're already hearing the Dick complaining he's hungry. But that's pretty typical. I've known him a while. He's not bashful, not one bit. All right, everybody, welcome. This is my second time to actually come to the El Chaparral, and I am so fortunate to be here. You know, out of all the trips that I go on, I have people ask me, where's your favorite place to hunt? Well, after I came here last year, the El Chaparral became my favorite place to hunt. When Dick found out that I was coming back to the El Chaparral, and he found out how good it was, he wanted to kill a buck that was over 200 inches. I mean, that's a dream for any mule deer hunter. So he met me up at the airport. We stopped, got a bite to eat for lunch, drove about an hour and a half out here, and we arrived at El Chaparral, the most beautiful mule deer hunting destination in the world. So the first thing we did when we got here was make sure the rifles are sighted in. And Dick did not bring a rifle down, so he borrowed one. And that's the cool thing about coming to El Chaparral. If you want to bring your rifle, you can. It's simple to do, crossing the border. And they'll give you all the paperwork, all the information you need so you can bring your rifle down here. But Dick borrowed a rifle. So first thing I wound up doing, I took my rifle, took a few shots and found out that it was not on target. And that's a perfect reason to make sure that no matter where you're going, whether it's down the road or across the world, make sure and check your zero before you start the hunt. And I'm way high. All right, this is a good reason why to always make sure and check your zero before going out. What I wound up doing here, I carry my rifle in the best case I can afford. It's a good case, but sometimes they get knocked off. The airlines are not real friendly with your equipment, so this is a good solid rest right here, and they've got a target down there, and for some reason it was off when I shot. So I've shot a couple of rounds, and now I think I should be good to go. We're good.
The High Road with Keith Warren is presented by Reconics, Sightmark, and Supercharged scent killer by Wildlife Research Center, 99%. The High Road will be right back.
Want to see everything the High Road has to offer online? Check out our YouTube channel where you'll see everything from awesome hunting videos to behind-the-scenes vlogs that have never made it to TV. And you'll also be able to watch all episodes of the High Road.
Now it's time for viewer feedback, brought to you by Protect the Harvest, Protect the Hunt.
All right, here's a question from one of our High Road team members by the name of Russ. It's about hearing protection. I see you wearing some kind of earplugs that look like silly putty. What are they, and do they work very well? Yep, they work fantastic. They're custom moldable earplugs. The next question is, why don't you wear them when you shoot an animal? Russ, the reason why is I need to communicate with the cameraman. He needs to tell me if he's on him or not, because I will not shoot an animal that he's not on. And maybe I should be wearing hearing protection when I'm shooting an animal, but I don't. But thanks for the question. All right, the way that you're going to hunt when you come to the El Chaparral, you're going to start out in a high rack. A high rack is like a cage on top of a pickup truck, and it's real neat to do that. It's comfortable. They got a bus seat up there, and you can put your water on the side. You got your place to put your rifle, and you're going to see a lot of country. You need to hunt out on a high rack because there's so much country. Look at it. I mean, you look out here, it's like, where do you even begin? Well, you begin by listening to your guides. They know where the deer hang out. They know where the best places are. So one piece of advice, no matter if you're hunting deer down here in Mexico or you're hunting ducks, don't guide your guide. Okay, and so what I wound up doing, hopped up in the high rack, and we started off early and looking for deer moving. And the deer are going to be moving until it starts getting hot. And when it starts getting hot, the shade becomes rare. I mean, the sun comes up, the shade gets less and less and less. And so what we're going to be doing as the sun gets up, we're going to be looking in these shady spots for deer that are bedded down. So my guide this trip is the same guide that I had last year. His name is Coquine. And Coquine and I, we get along great. He doesn't understand much English, and my Spanish is no bueno. But I mean, we get along fantastic. And I'll tell you about this guy. He's a big guy. And he's got the best eyes out of anybody I've ever known in my life. He's got eyes like a hawk or an eagle or a coyote. He can sit there at some point when we're driving around, of course I'm looking and stuff, and it becomes competitive because I want to find a deer. I want to see a deer before he actually sees a deer, because he's got eyes that are so good, as all the guides out here, that he's going to see a deer before you see one. Driving around, we had seen quite a few deer, but really nothing of the caliber that what I was after. And what I'm after a mature animal. I really don't care about score. I want the animal to be old, and so I'm looking for one that's mature. We had seen some young bucks. We pulled up in this one spot, and all of a sudden we busted a great big mature buck up. And he took off. Now all he's got to do is stop so I can get a shot. 190. Oh, shit. Is he on? As this buck's going up the ridge, I'm thinking, come on, stop. Stop. I'm dead on him. All he's got to do is just stop. Just for 1 second, he's mine. He doesn't stop. So onward we go. Let me tell you about the accommodations down here for a second. The El Chaparral literally is the best of the best mule deer operation I've ever been to. Yeah, it's in Mexico, but it's safe. I mean, I'm not going to come down here if it's not safe. I wouldn't even do a show if it wasn't safe. You fly into Hermosillo. They have somebody pick you up at the airport. You arrive as a stranger. You don't know these people. When you arrive and when you leave, they're your friend, and you're looking forward to coming back over and over again because they become your family. And so the lodge, you arrive here and it's just like, words can't describe it. It's a fact. Words can't describe it. It is absolutely beautiful from the front door to the back door and everything in between. The inside of the lodge has got more big mule deer mounts in it than I've ever seen in my life anywhere. And they're all from right here. And so you start looking around at these mounts and you think, wait a minute, the genetics of these animals are out here in these mountains right here. And they're waiting for you, the trophy mule deer hunter.
The High Road with Keith Warren is presented by Pulsar, Timber Creek Outdoors, Legends Ranch, the Lucas Oil Outdoor Line, Record Rack Deer and Elk Feed. The High Road will be right back. Now it's time for Gear Care, brought to you by the Lucas Oil Outdoor Line.
This is my 6.5 Creedmoor. It is made by Legendary Arms Works, and it is a tack driver, but it's time to clean it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a patch, and I'm going to take this cleaner right here. The cool thing about this cleaner is it is a one and done type deal. You'll notice I'm going to dip the patch in it. I'm going to put it on my rod, just like that, and then, well, that's not too dirty, and pull it back. And there you go. You can actually see that patch. And what we're going to do, we're going to repeat the process. Once the patch comes out clean, with this product, you're good to go. And the reason why is because it has a lubricant in it. So there's no reason for you to go and lubricate your bore. And this product actually removes lead, and copper fouling, carbon residue, and any oil that's in the barrel. One of the nice things I like about guns is every one of them is different. I love getting to know my guns. You know, some of them like different ammo, and some of them like to shoot better on a clean bore, and some like a slightly foul bore. But I guarantee you, as a gun owner, we all need to have a good, clean bore.
For more information on the Lucas Oil Outdoor Line, visit our website and join us on Facebook for more Gear Care tips.
If you take a look, this is a water trough right here. And, you know, the area, I mean, this is Sonora Desert. It is very arid, and food is hard to come by, water's hard to come by. And these areas right here are going to be good areas to put a game camera because they've got water set out, they've got feed set out with supplemental feed. And so what we're going to do is we're going to set a game camera up. You know, they've got thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of land in order to monitor. And really the only way to monitor it is to do so with a game camera. And the animals we know are moving very early and very late in the day. And therefore, what we're going to do, we're going to have this monitor 24/7 and see what's coming in here. Right there. There's no doubt that hunting off the high rack would be effective, but I wanted to change the game. You know, last year I shot one off the high rack. This year, after hunting off the high rack and seeing some deer, I decided, hey, let's get on the ground and take the game to them. One of the problems that you have spotting and stalking out here is that the ground is all rock. I mean, and if there's no wind, you're going to make a lot of noise as you walk around, so you've got to be really, really careful. It's early November and the weather is hot, and to be honest with you, I am concerned. I'm concerned because, I mean, let's face it, virtually every time I've hunted mule deer, it's been when the weather is cooler. The last time I was out here, it was during the rut, and the weather was much cooler, the deer were on the move, and I took a really, really nice buck. And so this time, with it being this early, I am concerned. But Abram wound up telling me, he said, no worries, we don't have much hunting pressure out here at all, and got a lot of big mule deer to look at. It's just a matter of finding them.
The High Road with Keith Warren is presented by AirVenturi.com, Liberty Safe, Shadow Hunter Blinds, Supercharged Scent Killer by Wildlife Research Center, 99%, and Tannerite brand binary rifle targets. The High Road will be right back.
Got him. Got him. What do you think of that? Holy smokes. Look at that. What do you call that? Corazon? Corazon. Hold those sticks for me, please. What a heck of a deer there. Holy smokes. He was laid up in this gravel on this creek bed. Wow. There's no ground shrinkage there. Look how wide that buck is. He was bedded down right here. Holy smokes, look at this deer, Coquine. Look at this Mexico mule deer buck. Oh my goodness gracious. Here, hold that for me, please. Good Lord have mercy. Would you look at that deer right there? Whoo! That right there is a monster. Good gosh, look at him. I don't know how wide he is, but this is pretty much a classic Sonora mule deer. I mean, when you start coming down here, you're going to see mule deer unlike any other place you've ever hunted mule deer. I mean, I've hunted mule deer from New Mexico to Montana up into Canada, and I have never seen deer, the mule deer, really look like this. These are wide, big, beautiful deer. And the mass he has down here, look at that. Big old fat mass. And you come on down here, look at this right here. He's actually rubbing. You can see just like a whitetail will rub on brush. Mule deer do the same thing. Coming up this antler, you can actually see the velvet on him. You know, we have seen quite a few bucks on this trip that still were in the velvet. Look at that. This is my second year in a row here, and I am thrilled to death. Last year I took a real wide buck just like this, and it was a windy day. Today is real calm. We got some cloud cover, and the deer were bedded up. I mean, we hunted early this morning. We saw some deer. Went out today. The deer were bedded up. It's getting hot, and he was bedded up in this gravel. I mean, this gravel did him in right here, but he wasn't that far away. Nice shot, and that's pretty typical. When these deer get bedded up, they don't want to move. So if you want more information about coming to the El Chaparral to go on a Mexico mule deer hunt of a lifetime, what you need to do is get a hold of Abram Garcia. He has been a very good friend of mine for a long, long time, and people don't come down here just to go mule deer hunting. People come down here to go on a trophy mule deer hunt. And I consider this to be a trophy mule deer. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. And muchas gracias to all of you for watching. If you have any questions or comments about the show and you're watching online, go ahead and post them below. If you're not watching online, you can go to highroadhunting.com where you can watch all of our programs online. And if you'd like to join me on a Mexico mule deer hunt, you're more than welcome to tag along. All you need to do is contact Abram. He'll give you the dates when I'm coming back down here in 2018, and we'd love to have you in camp. Woo, woo, woo. I'm happy with that one right there, big boy. Thanks again. Whew, man. All right, we just got back, and these guys were taking pictures of something I want to show you. What got in the way of your bullet, pal?
Well, it got in the way, I'm sorry.
Look at this deer. Wow, congratulations, Dick. What a heck of a deer. Holy smokes, look at the velvet on him. How wide is he?
Well, we didn't measure yet.
You just got back?
Yeah, we did. We just got back.
Look at him, what a heck of a big deer. Is this the biggest deer you've ever shot?
It's the biggest one width-wise, yep.
Wow. Yeah, look at that, extra time there. The cool thing about coming down here, can you believe the width on these deer?
They're really wide, they really are.
Good job.
Because this place is so great for giant trophy mule deer, I'm planning on coming back in 2018 and I'd like for you to join me. If you're tired of going hunting for mule deer and never seeing a trophy mule deer, you may want to consider coming down here. If you're looking for a place to go kill a gigantic mule deer buck, I know of no better place than the El Chaparral Ranch right here in Sonora, Mexico. And if you want to come on the trip that I'm on in 2018, get a hold of Abraham Garcia. He will tell you the dates, he'll work it out with you, and I hope to see you down here. If you're watching online and you have any questions or comments, go ahead and post them below. I'll be happy to get back with you. If you're not watching online, go to my website, highroadhunting.com, where you can watch all of our programs online 24/7. My name's Keith Warren, and I'd like to thank you for watching The High Road.